Hey guys, I'm Gracetorie and you're listening to That Girl the Podcast. Grab a beverage of choice and settle in because the new episode is starting now. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Gracetorie and I'm back with a whole new podcast episode. Today's episode was probably the most fun, if not the top fun episodes that I have planned for, because I got to just ask all my friends what their favorite places to shop are, and then they told me. I'm also talking really fast and not making much sense because I had a lot of coffee. Oops, and I just got off work. But if you haven't seen by the title, obviously I'm gonna be telling you about my favorite places to shop for the holidays. This includes everything from pet stuff to men's items to women's items to music to shoes to jewelry, literally everything. So if you are interested in any of that, you want to support small this year, then let's jump on into the video. Before I do, obviously I have to do my life update. I didn't upload yesterday, mainly because there's been a lot of scheduling changes that I have no control over. Like, obviously I'm still getting used to my work schedule. Josh's schedule coincidentally changed, and that has just like completely messed up my filming schedule because right now we have one car because my engine blew up, so I had to pick him up from work, and there's just a lot of things going on. So that's why I didn't upload yesterday. And on another note, I'm also doing a lot of back-end work, improving the channel, researching a lot of SEO stuff, which takes time because I want to be more strategic about this so that we can get all of the new besties to our community in the world that we possibly can. But obviously that takes time, and then I'm sick on top of that. So that's why I didn't upload yesterday. I had every intention to, everything was planned, and then life kind of slapped me in the face. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for life updates. I told you guys I would give you a explanation on my Instagram as to why I didn't upload last night, and this is why. We're still kind of figuring out the kinks. Obviously this channel and this podcast is constantly evolving. We're growing, and while that's super exciting, I am marketing, I am CEO, I am back-end work, I am promoter, everything that you can possibly think of for a business. That's me. Hi, my name's Grace. So it can be a little overwhelming, and when things change, and I also work an 8 to 5, life happens. Yeah. But you guys are my whole world. You're my favorite thing ever. I love you guys more than anything, and here we are. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about my favorite small businesses. This includes local, this includes online, this includes local and online, international shops, all kinds of things. Anywhere that I've shopped in the past few years, or my friends have shopped in the past few years, that we enjoy. So I have broken this down into clothing and apparel and accessories, miscellaneous, and then pet stuff. So the first thing we're gonna do is, let's start with clothing. Let's start on a high note because I think my favorite shop ever is on here, and I'll literally tell you guys that one first. So the first place has not just clothing. They're mainly known because they have vintage clothing. So it's like a thrift shop, but it's trendy stuff, and it's pretty fairly priced. Like most of these, obviously with small businesses, they have to make the prices a little higher because they don't get like wholesale prices, and there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff as to why small businesses have to charge more. So I'm not faulting anyone for that. If I say they're more pricey, I'm letting you know as someone who also has to budget, and I don't make a ton of money, so like I look at that when I'm trying to buy things, but I'm not faulting the small businesses at all. However, Street Scene is somewhere that's pretty accurately priced. They have everything from like $10 shirts to like $200 shirts that are actually really good quality, or from an era that's really trendy, or something where it validates it. So not only do they have that, they have accessories, and they have anything from vintage accessories to handmade accessories to just trendy stuff that they've stocked their place with. They have antique bowls and plates and salt shakers and, you know, kind of miscellaneous antique stuff. This might have been a miscellaneous place, but honestly it's a really, really cool trendy place. They have horoscope stuff, they have a little bit of crystals on occasion, stickers, matches, anything you can possibly think of that's trendy and hip right now, they have it. And they are local to Lexington. However, they ship and they post a lot of trendy stuff on their TikTok and Instagram. I mainly follow them on Instagram, and that way I can keep up with them, but they do post on TikTok from time to time. I think they're posting more than they used to, but they used to not post that much, and that's why I mainly follow them on Instagram. So I highly recommend following them on Instagram, and if you are local to Lexington or coming to take a trip anytime soon, definitely stop by. everything obviously ships, and it's super cute, trendy, and if you have a bestie who loves that kind of stuff, or if you yourself love that kind of stuff, or anyone does, it's a great gift. I always get all of my best friends gifts pretty much from this place. Also, I will have everything linked down below. If they don't have a website, I'll link their Instagram. Street Scene does have a website, they just don't have like a shopping thing. Since it's part consignment, they don't like list their items online, but I'll put that there, and then you can get all of the links you need from there. I think they're just Street Scene on Instagram anyway, or Street Scene Vintage, something like that. Anyway, the next place we're going to talk about is purely online. I haven't bought from her personally, but I have followed her for a long time, and she is so funny, so nice. She's the queen that we all need in our life. She's like satirical, she has like, she's just funny and trendy, and I love her. So I'm actually gonna pull her up right now, but basically what she does is she makes really funny quotes, and then she puts them on stickers, postcards, sweatshirts, pretty much anything. And she's grown so much. I feel like when I started following her, she had like maybe 10K followers, and now she has 75K. But some of her quotes include, "No message is a message, don't text them," "I need a cry," "Don't spend these years wasting time on people who don't value you." So it's everything from like things that you need to hear and motivational things to satirical things. She also has, "If they treat you like they don't give a shit, they don't." Literally, "I just want to be happy, not confused, not hurt, not stressed, just happy." And then like she has multiple things on her sweatshirts. She has a sticker that says, "Shit fucking sucks sometimes." Sorry for my language, but let's be real. And just all kinds of fun stuff, and she is so funny. So she has a website, I'll link that, but her Instagram, if you're interested, is OHKAY_designs, and her bio says, "Cry about it, look hot, and move on." So that tells you everything you need to know. Next is Nat's Closet Sale on Instagram. So she is technically not a store, so I don't think she has a website. I'll just link her Instagram, but she's really cool. She is from my friend's hometown, and I started following her because she sells to a lot of people at UK. So when I went to UK, obviously I started following her. She does everything from lightly, gently used Chanel, Dior, any designer, to stuff she makes, and then anything in between. It doesn't have to be designer. I will say most of her stuff is similar to her size, if not her size, and then if she doesn't want it, or if it didn't fit right, anything like that, she just resells it. But she has immaculate taste. The stuff she makes is in multiple sizes, but she has immaculate taste. She makes really cool stuff, she buys really cool stuff, she has purses, sunglasses, shoes, and I wish I was her shoe size. That's the one thing, is some of her stuff like varies, but her shoes are always like a 6.5 or something really small, and I'm an 8. Anyway, cute stuff. If I'm not buying from Street Scene, I'm probably buying from Nat, because she has really cute stuff. And pro tip, turn on her Instagram notifications, because she like posts in bulk, and then it's kind of like bidding. It either goes to the highest bidder, or she has like a buy it now price, and if you say I'll buy it now, she'll just give it to you for that. Love her. If you want trendy pieces that aren't as expensive, definitely check her out. Next is another place that I have not been to yet, but it's my best friend who currently lives in Alabama. She lives in Tuscaloosa. She said this boutique is like where everyone shops, literally everyone. It's called Swag, and I looked them up. Their prices are also pretty reasonable, especially for a boutique. I feel like boutiques are typically way overpriced. I know there's the whole small business thing, but then like there's some boutiques that are heavily expensive, and it's like super cute. It's like vintage meets Shoney Clover. I don't know, it's a very cute vibe, and I'm here for it. I'm definitely gonna be ordering from them when I have a little bit more money, but I recommend them. I mean, enough people seem to really love them. I want all of their stuff already. Definitely check them out. They are online, they ship, and they're local. So if you happen to be in Tuscaloosa for a Bama game, stop by. This next place is also in Tuscaloosa. I kind of grouped all of those together. It's called the Shirt Shop, and I was trying to find places for men. So if you have a boyfriend and you want to buy them something for Christmas, your brother, your dad, this is a place you can shop, and they have more like vineyard vine kind of things. You can get like monogram shirts for games and things like that. They have, so more professional than rather like casual, but they do have a lot of cool stuff. Street Scene also has men's stuff. I forgot to mention that. They have a men's section of clothing. But the shirt shop is a little bit pricier, a little bit more Tommy Bahama vintage vine or vineyard vine vibes. So they have a shop online as well, and you can shop local. They ship. Their shop was out of stock of a lot of things, but they also did have some things, so I would definitely check them out and see if there's anything that interests you. I know it can be really hard to shop for a boyfriend or anything of the sorts, a dad. I don't know why guys are so hard to shop for, but they are. So definitely check them out. Next is called South. It's another boutique in Tuscaloosa. I looked them up, and they're another one that everyone's obsessed with, and I get why. Because my problem with boutiques in the South, as someone who lives in Kentucky, is they kind of have the same style for the most part. It's like that same Southern style. I can't even describe it. It's just like very, everything in there you can pretty much wear to church and not feel guilty, if that makes sense, which is fine, but that's not my vibe. Like I just don't dress like that. I wear like ripped jeans and tie-dye sweatshirts, and you'd never find that in like a Southern boutique. For the most part, it's very flowers and pink and cream and very soft, feminine, so to speak. But South has a little bit of everything, and I really liked that, and their pricing was very reasonable considering they were a boutique as well, which I really liked. So I'll definitely be ordering from them as well. This might have just been like a chance for me to ask everybody for their favorite businesses so that I can go and buy a bunch of new clothes, because I need them. I need to redo my closet, honestly. She's struggling. But yeah, I recommend them. Again, if you're in Bama for a game, check them out. They're also online and they ship. Another place is called Oneness. They are in Lexington. They do have a online store. They have clothing, or no, they don't have clothing. They might, I didn't see any. They have like really cool shoes, so like Jordans, Air Max, anything along the like cool sneaker vibe look they have. You can visit them in store, you can visit them in online. They just opened a second location in Louisville as well, so if you're in Louisville or if you're in Lexington, you can go visit them. And their shoes were pretty reasonably priced as well. They weren't like upcharging them. They seem to be new, because I was making sure some of these places didn't have used items. Like if they do, it's fine, but I would like to tell you if it's consignment versus if it's brand new. But it seems like they're brand new, and they're just like a boutique sneaker shop with backpacks and occasional leather items and things like that. So another cool place, and you can get some stuff there for your mans if he's into shoes. That's something that like I feel like is a safe thing you can buy a guy for Christmas. Like Josh is not necessarily a sneakerhead, but I think that he would definitely appreciate a good pair of shoes, you know, like some stylish ones. And they're not, he's not a Vineyard Vines guy, so the shirt shop would be more for your Vineyard Vines guy. This would be more for your trendy street style guy. We're both very street style. The next place is Post Accessories. If you follow the Bad Broadcast, you know who Post Accessories is. Meg has been on there a few times. Meg is one of the funniest people. I want her to be my best friend. She has no idea who I am. It's okay. Love Post Accessories. They mainly have earrings. I don't know if they have other jewelry, but their earrings are not basic. Like they are pretty on par with the same prices you would pay for like Target, Amazon, the big wholesale, or big, not wholesalers, big stores. And you're supporting Meg, who is the coolest person ever. And I promise you, like, just go on her shop. She has the funniest names for everything. She names them after like people from Game of Thrones, situations from The Office. She has a Disney collection. She has a Mean Girls collection. Like, she comes out with new collections every week. I'm pretty sure she might have, I think she did a Midnight's collection. She just had some earrings drop that are called Dressing for Revenge. So I think the Midnight collection is out. I'm obsessed. I wish I had money to buy everything in her store. Like, I'm not even joking, everything in her store. I love when people name things something satirical or sarcastic. It just brings joy to my life. Like, I'm not even kidding. And she has funny names. She keeps it real. If you even go on her website, it's like it keeps it real. Like, she has an email section and it says, what's your email? And then it was like under it, just so you know, it's annoying to spam people with random emails. We don't do that. We are not annoying. Like, I love that. It's the little touches like that that, you know, make it like personable, that I love. So Post Accessories, 10 out of 10. Definitely check her out and support her. Love her. So the last clothing place is called Vintage Therapy Lex. So Vintage Therapy, well, it's just called Vintage Therapy, but their Instagram is Vintage Therapy _Lex. They are a little bit pricier, but they have from time to time some stuff that's worth it. Like, they have some really cool, unique, one-of-a-kind stuff that people make or things like that. They are also a thrift store consignment shop. I don't believe they have a online store. They do ship, from what I can tell, but you have to go visit them in person unless they post on their Instagram. I haven't really seen their posts on Instagram that revolve around that. But you can go shop there if you're in Lexington. They do a lot of events in Lexington for the small business community, specifically for thrift shops. They just had one. I can't remember what it was called, but they literally rented out like a big area and had tents, and every store went, and just like, it was like a festival for thrift shopping, and it was really cool. I didn't get to go, but I saw it on all of the small businesses' Instagrams, and I'm really jealous that I didn't get to go. But they're really cool. They're really popular here, and everyone seems to enjoy them. They are actually located in an old, I think it's a bus station. I can't remember if it's a train or a bus station. This is bad because I interned for them a couple years ago. But they're called Julietta Market, and they are like a flea market, but it's all small businesses. So it's small businesses that can't afford to rent out a space yet, and they have, like, some of them have stores, some of them have booths, but there's food there, there's clothing there, there's a tattoo shop there, there's a plant shop there, there's a vegan restaurant there, there's a donut restaurant there. There's this place that sells cupcakes, and they have alcohol in them. It's called the Inebriated Baker. Katie and I went there one time and bought them for a pregame. We had our girlies over, and we all ate a cupcake, and it actually made us a little tipsy. We were all over 21, and then we went out to the bars. It was a fun little girls' night pregame. So I don't know what stores in there are ship worthy or have websites and which ones don't, but this is a good transition into our miscellaneous section, because Julietta Market is the miscellaneous of all miscellaneous places. So if you are coming to Lexington, we have a really big small business network here, and that is definitely one of the places to check out. If you're coming for a UK game, basketball season's coming up, or if you're coming for Keeneland for the horse racing, if you're just stopping by for the afternoon, definitely stop by Julietta Market. I would highly recommend checking out their website and seeing what places they work with, because like I mentioned, some of them have websites, some of them don't, and some places do ship to you, and they're a great place to support. Wonderful. They offer, literally, they offer like financial advice to all these small businesses, marketing advice to all these small businesses. It's really cool. Next, in the miscellaneous section, because now we have segued over to that, we have Angel Realm Co. So Angel Realm Co. is mainly crystals and metaphysical stuff. If you're into that, if you're not into that, all good, but she has some really beautiful, unique, ethically sourced, 100% real crystals. So if you or a friend of yours enjoys crystals, she has everything from jewelry to tumbled to shaped like hearts or whatever you're feeling, and she has very unique stones. We have quite a few crystal shops here in Lexington, and some of the stones she has I haven't even seen here. So I highly recommend checking out Angel Realm Co. Her Instagram is funny and like satirical, but also keeps it real as well. She is a huge advocate for real crystals, and also like doing what you're comfortable with, spreading kind of the truth about crystals and the metaphysical realm in general. I just really like her. And well, actually, okay, I think she might actually I think they actually responds to they. I might have seen a video somewhere at one point that they do like being called they. I have not talked to them personally, so I don't want to like offend them, but if they do, yeah, they respond to they, so that is correction on my part. But overall, great place. I definitely recommend checking that out. So the next place is in Lexington, but they also have online store, and they ship. It's called Creatures of Whim. So Creatures of Whim has crystals as well, but they have every herb you could possibly think of. They have homemade teas. Hello, they have homemade jewelry. They're another place where some places in Lexington, like people in Lexington, can bring their stuff and then they will sell it for them. So it's a lot of handmade jewelry, a lot of handmade items, beautiful. I'm trying to think of like a way to describe their items, because it's not all metaphysical, but it's all like kind of really unique items that you may not find anywhere else. I really do like them, and the vibes there are so good. Like, you just love it in there. They stage and they use like all of this, you know, spiritual stuff, and they also just, I don't know if I mentioned this, but they ship and they have a website. Okay, but they also just opened a cafe next door, and I think it's called the Cauldron Cafe, and it's Harry Potter themed, and it's so fun, like so fun. So definitely check that out if you are in Lexington. I could recommend, like, if you're coming and you want to know food, I may do a whole other podcast episode just on food and coffee. Let me know if you want me to do that down below, but I didn't, because we are, like, that's very Lexington oriented, and since not everybody who listens is from here, I didn't want to do an episode that didn't really help you. But if you want me to do one, I totally can. I have enough recommendations to fill a whole episode. So yeah, they do have a cafe that they just opened, and it's really cool. It's Harry Potter themed. It's so fun. They literally just went viral on TikTok because of this cafe, and we went right after it opened. We knew it was opening for a little while, and it was like really exciting. Okay, so the next place is, this is also the last place in miscellaneous. It's not necessarily miscellaneous, I just didn't really have anywhere else to fit it. It's called CD Central. They have a website and they ship, but they also have a little hole in the wall place right off of UK's campus. They have every single vinyl you could possibly imagine. Like, if you are a vinyl person, dude, go on their website. They already have Midnights on there. You could think of the most random album. Like, one time Josh really wanted this super random Trippie Redd album, and we could not find it anywhere. And we were like, you know what, let's just go to CD Central. They have this little store called Special Media next door that I like, so we were like, we'll go to Special and CD Central, and they had it. Like, they had one copy in the back, but they had it. So they are super cool. They have like old arcade games, they have CDs, obviously, they have a mixture of items. But if you're someone who likes older music, or you like those more like thrifty or vintage items that have to do with music, like posters and things like that, go on their website and check them out, or visit them in person. I am giving you all these places to come check out in Lexington. Like, you have to plan a trip here. It's actually really great. I love living here. I'm not even gonna cap. I know you're like, ew, Kentucky, but it's beautiful. There's horses everywhere, there's small businesses everywhere, and there's good food everywhere. That is all I need, fam. So the last two places are pet places. I saved the best for last. So I could go on about pet places. I probably could find a bunch more if I really wanted to, but I'm gonna leave it to these two. So the first thing is actually a subscription box. I'm not sure if they sell items one-off, but they have a bunny box for your bunnies, a doggy box for your dogs, and a kitty box for your kitties. And it is called, I think that the overhead is called Bunnies That Lunch, because that's how it started. I personally have not gotten the dog or the kitty boxes yet, but I got the bunny boxes, and it was so much bang for your buck. I have tried so many bunny subscription boxes, and Bunnies That Lunch has been like the best place, hands down. You get more for like what you're spending. It's natural. They fill it with items that are from other small businesses. It's just a good time. And they are located, I believe, in England, definitely in Great Britain. So that was something that I was a little concerned about, because when you're shipping that kind of stuff international, I didn't know if it would get here late or what the deal was, but it was super prompt. I had to go to their customer service once or twice because I moved and the I forgot to change like my address, or it didn't change on the website or something, I don't remember. But there was an issue on someone's end, and I reached out to them and they were super nice, super quick to respond. So I highly recommend them. Definitely let me know if you try their dog or kitties boxes. The only reason I haven't gotten them the past month or so is because we just had to cut down our cost and budget a little bit more. But as soon as my budget is back, I am getting them because my bunnies are so picky. They literally hate everything, but they loved their bunnies at Lunchbox. They even slept in the box. I feel like this whole video just sounds like a huge ad and I'm like doing a sponsorship, but this episode is not sponsored, guys. I would have told you, but it does sound like it because these are products I genuinely enjoy, and I think that's the best part. So the last place I'm going to talk about is Tysons Chance. Tysons Chance Animal Foundation is located in Shelbyville, Kentucky, which is like 45 minutes outside of Lexington and 25 minutes outside of Louisville, so kind of in the middle. And Tysons Chance is really cool. It's actually a nonprofit, but they have a pet store, and their pet store has some really cool stuff. They used to have, I haven't been there in a little while, but they had some really cool candles that actually did a really good job. They were supposed to eliminate pet odor, why can't I talk? And they still made the room smell really good. I loved them, and they were like $5 for the same size almost as a 3-wick candle from Bath and Body Works. So highly recommend that. And then they had dog toys, they had dog supplies, and everything goes to Tysons Chance. Also, if you are in the area, they do this thing where you can volunteer and you can take a dog out for like a day. I don't know if it's for an hour or for a day, but you just basically take the dog on a field trip. You don't have to foster, you don't have to adopt, you just take the dog out for an hour or for a day, or I don't remember what it is, but I'm sure they're flexible on that and they can give you information. And it's just such a cool cause. So if you're in this area, definitely, you know, go to Shelbyville and take the dog out for an hour and hang out with them, and that can be therapeutic for you and for them. If you're not in this area, I definitely encourage checking out Tysons Chance. I will link the website down below. I can't remember what the shop is called, but it's located on Main Street downtown, and if you call them, they can definitely help you out and get you in the right direction. And I urge you to look and see if there's any foundations similar to this in your city, state, area, because it's so cool and it's such a good way to help out and brighten a dog's day without having to completely commit and bring something into your house. If you, like, for example, I have other dogs, I have bunnies, I have so much going on, and bringing another dog into my house isn't always easy, especially if I don't know them, if they don't know me, they don't know my dogs. But this is such a low cost thing you can do. Take them to get a pup cup, drive them around, let them, you know, hang their head out the window. So I felt like that was a good thing to leave this note on, or good note to leave this episode on. It's such, you know, the holidays are a season of giving, and that is such a fun way to do it. But yeah, let me know your favorite small businesses, if it's online, shipping, you know, local. I will be so down to travel to wherever you are and check out your local small businesses. So let me know on Instagram if you're watching on a platform where you can't really comment. Let me know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube and you can comment down below, because I would love to hear it. And let's all share our favorite small businesses and make this a year of the small businesses. You know, who needs Amazon when you have all of these beautiful companies with people who are selling things they're genuinely passionate about and just trying to make a living? I'm so here for it. All right, if you don't mind leaving a rating and review, I would love you so much. Love you forever. And if you leave your Instagram, I will shout you out on the Instagram. If you don't mind following us on Instagram and TikTok or whatever platform you're on, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, on literally all of the things. I would love for you to join the community of girlies all working to become our own version of that girl. So whatever that means to you, I love you guys and I want to see you thrive. And this is a non-judgmental area. We talk about all the things. You're allowed to be sad, you're allowed to be happy, you're allowed to not want to go to the gym. I'll be your biggest cheerleader if you want to go to the gym. It's about whatever you want it to be. All right, so I think that's it. I love you guys so, so much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye, guys. Love you.